This morning, news that Jack Grealish is about to join Everton on loan with an option to buy has stirred both Manchester City and Everton fans into lively discussions. Before it cooled down, Indicator News suddenly released more related details. Rodrygo is demanding a salary of up to £290 per week to leave Real Madrid, with his agent preparing to fly to England to meet with 2 to 3 Premier League clubs this week. At the same time, Tottenham are said to want to buy Savinho. Manchester City are not obligated to sell but are willing to enter negotiations if they receive £50 million. These two moves combined have led observers to wonder, is Pep Guardiola quietly opening up 2 vacant spots from Grealish and Savinho to pave the way for a blockbuster Rodrygo deal before the transfer window closes? Not long after, sources around the world began confirming that this blockbuster move could happen. For Manchester City, they are in a situation where adding a complete forward like Rodrygo is almost a must if they want to maintain depth and quality on both flanks. With Grealish about to head to Everton on loan and Savinho being courted by Tottenham, Pep will almost lose 2 pure left-wing options. Rodrygo not only plays well as a left winger but can also switch to the right wing when needed. His ability to cut inside and finish quickly gives Pep another option to stretch and penetrate in both half spaces, something that Doku, Foden, or Bernardo Silva can only partially provide. In Pep's 3-2-4-1 system, which requires wingers to both hold width and cut inside as false numbers, Rodrygo is a rare player who can adapt immediately. Even though his 2024-25 La Liga season hasn't been explosive, 6 goals, 5 assists, he has still shown clear class in the Champions League, especially in knockout matches where City were once the victims. Pep has admitted that Real's attacking quartet, including Rodrygo, is the hardest he has ever faced. Therefore, this is not simply about adding personnel but about Pep taking a piece that once caused him headaches and placing it into his own machine. Financially, it is not a major problem. Despite heavy spending on Núñez and Rico Lewis, City still have budget room if they sell Walker, move on Mahrez, and possibly Savinho. A more optimized wage bill would make the Rodrygo deal feasible, especially as the expected price of around €90 minus 100 million is still within their range if they want to upgrade the attack immediately. For Real Madrid, with Mbappe arriving and Vinicius Jr. untouchable on the left, there is almost no room for Rodrygo in his preferred role. Last season, he often had to move to the right wing or play as a second striker, positions that do not fully utilize his ability to cut inside and deliver lightning-quick finishes. In a crowded attack, letting Rodrygo go for €90 minus 100 million both reflects his recent output and opens up opportunities for young players like Arda Güler and Brahim Diaz to have more playing time. This is not just about squad rotation but a strategic move to maintain healthy internal competition. Financially, Real are in a strong position. Rodrygo's contract runs until 2028 with a symbolic release clause that allows them full negotiating advantage. If they cash in, the club can reallocate resources to other priorities, such as adding a world-class central midfielder to gradually replace veterans past their peak. For Rodrygo, staying at Real Madrid now feels like standing at a crossroads, both pressured and full of temptation. The arrival of Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius' locked-down spot on the left wing mean the place where he shines is almost completely closed off. Instead, he must constantly adapt to playing on the right or centrally, positions that don't maximize his greatest strengths. Meanwhile, at Manchester City, the picture is completely different. Pep Guardiola has tracked him for a long time and has publicly praised Real's attacking quartet, including Rodrygo, on several occasions, with Grealish set to depart and Savinho's future uncertain. The starting left wing spot at City is more open than ever. There, Rodrygo would be unleashed in his best role, starting wide, stretching defenses, cutting into the half space, and unleashing early finishes. Pep's system is famous for nurturing smart wingers who can finish, something that has turned Sterling, Mahrez, and more recently Jeremy Doku into dangerous attacking threats. This is not only a tactical matter but also a career decision for Rodrygo. The 2026 World Cup is less than a year away, and in Brazil's squad, competition for both wings is fiercer than ever with Vinicius, Rafinha, Martinelli, Endrick, and even young talents like Savinho. If he continues to be a substitute or inconsistent at Real, the risk of losing a starting spot or even a tournament spot is very real. Aside from the professional opportunity, the salary will almost certainly be higher than it is now, even if the £290 per week figure is only speculation. After a relatively quiet La Liga season, a change of environment from the Bernabeu to the Etihad could be a major boost for Rodrygo to transform from a rotation player into the second primary scorer alongside Haaland. That role is currently held by Julian Alvarez, but he hasn't broken through in the same way Rodrygo could. With only 20 days left before the summer transfer window closes, Whether he stays or leaves, Rodrygo needs to make a decisive choice. The difficulties in this deal lie in the fact that all parties, Rodrygo, Real, and Manchester City, are showing goodwill, but turning that into a concrete contract is another matter. For now, the information mainly comes from Fabrizio Romano's updates and transfer talk summaries. Manchester City are only at the consideration stage and have not made an official offer. Progress largely depends on whether City are ready to speed things up. Real's stance is clear. They will only negotiate if Rodrygo actively requests to leave and the price reaches €100 million. But there's one shocking variable, according to Indicator News. That variable is named Vinicius Jr. The source claims that Vinicius has suddenly appeared on the Premier League transfer market. If he joins Manchester City, their left wing would become a super weapon, making targets like Rodrygo or Savinho redundant. At the same time, Real would be forced to restructure their attack immediately, shaking the entire transfer market. A deal like that would not only change City's strength, but also alter the balance of power in European football. If Vinicius arrives at City, Rodrygo's move becomes unlikely, but if that scenario plays out, all three parties could still walk away satisfied.